today on A Closer Look, we are taking a look at the Visitors Service Bureau in the town of Plymouth. And we have the chair of the Visitors Service Bureau, Steve Lydon, with us. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you, Julie. I appreciate being here, and I'm really glad to tell people about the Visitors Service Board.
As it's known. Right. So before we get into the Visitors Service Bureau, you're a very familiar face within the town of Plymouth. Could you give a real brief bio of how you got there and why you are now the chair of the VSB?
I've been in the town of Plymouth for 40 years. I served on several boards. An old friend of ours, Kenny Bukes, was on the Visitors Service Board and got me interested in it, and that's why I got on. And a couple of years ago, I was elected to be the chair, which it's been great. We have a great board, and we do a lot of great work.
Wonderful. Okay. So now let me ask you about how the Visitors Service Bureau was started.
Back in 1993, there was an article at town meeting which was voted for, and it had to go to the state, and a special legislation act approved it. Our funding is 45% of the hotel, motel, and Airbnb tax. The town gets 55%.
Okay, so the tax, when you check out of a motel, does it say Visitors Service Bureau tax, or is it the state? Is it the town of Plymouth tax? What?
No, the state takes it.
The state takes it,
and then the state allocates our funding from that. It's like the meals tax or other taxes.
Okay, so the state gets it first, and then you get, and of the pile of money that you get, the town gets 55%.
Correct.
And the VSB gets 45%.
Correct.
Okay, so, and this has been since 1993.
Yes.
And it's worked well.
It's worked great.
Okay, beautiful. So approximately on any given year or lately, what do you take in for funding for a fiscal year?
Lately, our income has probably been around $1 million.
So you take in $1 million.
Yep.
What are the stipulations when you're applying for grants from the Visitors Service Bureau?
It has to be tourist related, and we have matches where when you request so much money, you have to match it.
Okay, so if you request $10,000, you also have to get $10,000 on your own.
Well, it depends on how much money you request.
Okay.
It goes up as the more money you ask, the higher your match goes.
Okay.
And 10% of our budget has to go for infrastructure.
So it has to be tourism related, and 10% of that, whatever you're getting, has to go for infrastructure. Can you explain, give me an example of what that means?
Sure. Infrastructure could be anything. It could be the Welcome to Plymouth sign, the brand new sign you see down at Court in North Park Ave.
Yep.
This year, you're going to see a brand new Christmas tree.
Okay.
It's 32 feet.
Yep.
It's lidded and it's artificial.
Wow, artificial.
Artificial, because it's so hard to get Christmas trees now.
So this will be a permanent
thing, yeah.
Where is it going to be kept?
Right, well, we have a storage trailer.
Great.
So it'll be put in there.
Okay.
And that all came from Nick and our the Parks Department, and also our town manager, Derek.
Okay.
Who wanted something more than the tree lighting. So last year we gave him the stage and we gave him the lights. And
it was a big event last year.
That's right.
I remember we covered it, and it was wonderful. It was so well attended.
And it's getting bigger.
Okay.
And it's getting better.
So that's a perfect example of now you do a lot with the chamber, for example. So let's say Bark in the Park, which is for people and their pets. What is the infrastructure part of that?
There's no infrastructure. That's just the grant that we give them so they can afford to do the event. So that helps them pay for the police, the fire, ambulances. It's very expensive to do an event.
Okay.
People don't realize how expensive it is, but when you have to pay for all those services.
Right. Well, aren't those kind of considered infrastructure?
No.
They're not. Okay.
No. Infrastructure is like like the Christmas tree, like the rail trail. We gave David Gould money for that.
That's where does the rail trail
go? From Cornish Park, from Stevens Field. This year, David asked for a crosswalk up at Tishmarsh Farm because it's dangerous crossing the thing.
Okay.
We gave money for the gangplank for the Mayflower 2.
Right.
So it's signage, it's things like that.
Okay. Now, can people go to the website and see what was given this year? Is that public information?
If it's not posted, if you want it, you could call the Economic Development Department, and our assistant Laurie would gladly give that information.
Okay, so people can find out what happened.
Yeah, it's not a secret. So.
It's not a secret, right. And it says that it's mostly nonprofits that you give to?
Right.
But you also can give to town entities, or do you only give to nonprofits?
No, we give to town entities like the town departments.
Okay.
We've given to the harbor master. We've given to David Gould, the Marine and Environmental.
Yeah.
We've given to the Parks Department. A lot of different things, that we support.
And I know America's Hometown Celebration, or known as the Thanksgiving Parade, you support them a lot.
Yes, we do. Ollie came to us one year, and he was sure if he was going to do the shuttle.
Yeah.
So we funded him, I think it was $22,000 to do the shuttle.
The shuttle. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So there's a lot of potential here for people to get funding,
Yes,
grant
there is.
funding, for activities and events that promote or encourage tourism.
Yes, there is.
And it's just for the town of Plymouth, or is it
Not for the town of
just
Plymouth.
for the town of Plymouth? Okay. What are the biggest misconceptions about the VSB?
I don't know, because unfortunately not that many people know about it.
Right.
And that's why I'm glad to be here, because I can talk forever
About all the things that you've done.
about all
right.
the things we do, and the people it affects, the chamber, Ollie DiMassino and Thanksgiving, the 4th of July,
Yep.
the parade,
Philharmonic.
the fireworks,
Yep.
the Philharmonic, the concerts, Project Arts.
Yeah.
The art chairs we had.
Yeah.
For the cultural district. There's
So you
just,
get involved in an awful lot.
It
Yeah.
is, and
Okay.
they're great people.
Yeah.
And most of them are volunteers.
So the people on your board get together and decide when the grants come in at a certain time of year, and you have to apply for a grant.
Yeah, apply for a grant.
And you have to. And I've seen the application. It's pretty specific. So
Yep.
you have to know what you're doing. And then you guys all get together and decide.
We probably have 2, possibly 3 meetings.
Yep.
And the 2, we invite people to come in to present their grants, and we have any questions we ask.
Okay.
And the 3rd meeting is we sit down and we have a spreadsheet that we send in, prior to the meeting
Yep.
to Laurie, and then we go over the spreadsheet and we agree on the amounts that people should be getting.
Okay. And in the end, you have to report this out to town meeting.
Town meeting is, we have to report. It's called a promotion fund.
Yep.
And that's what the VSB, administrates.
Yep.
So we have to go to town meeting to get them to approve to accept the money from the promotion fund. But it's basically,
Yeah.
And
you let the select board know what you're doing.
they know.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. We go
Wonderful.
before them, and we go before the FinCom.
Yeah.
We go through all the same agencies everyone else would be.
All right. And now people will know about the Visitors Service Bureau here in Plymouth. So the website has a link to it.
Yes, it
and
does.
The grant is on it and other information. And we encourage you to go see it. Thank you so much for your time today, Steve.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
Julie. And thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.